it's SollyJo. Today we're doing a really exciting project. We have silk in the house, we have mousse in the house, we have Dixie Belle stencils, and of course WoodUbend. Now for those of you who do not know, Dixie Belle distribute 51 of our fabulous WoodUbend designs. They're appliques. They have all the properties of wood, so you can sand them, you can paint them, you can wax them, you can stain them because they're porous, but the best thing about them is, and you'll see that today, when you warm them up, they bend and they can be adhered to just about any contour. So let's go over to the bench and have a look at what we're doing today. I've already applied some silk to this. In fact, we're going to start off by applying some silk, then we're going to do some raised stenciling. And I'm just going to get the first coat on because I want that to dry. Because I'm going to turn it over afterwards, and we're going to be doing some fun work with the WoodUbend mouldings and the mousse. There's the first coat of silk on, guys. How easy was that? And it really is self-leveling. I mean, I'd go as far as to say that I couldn't have done a better job with a spray gun. So up to the top now. I'm just going to do a couple of panels for you just to see. Then we're going to turn it over where I've already stenciled it, and we're going to start using the mousse and the WoodUbend mouldings. So I think I've got enough Dixie mud on my surface now to come back in with this squeegee. I'm going to pick the stencil up so I can get the mud. So I can bend the stencil into the contour and get my mud in there. You ready? This is the Royal Damask by Dixie Belle, one of the new stencils. And that's not too bad actually. No, quite happy with that. I will be able to sand that, and as I said, anywhere I've made a mess, I'll come back in and I can just scrape it off. Right, so I'm now coming back in with my stencil, and I'm going to try and marry up and we are about there. Getting most of it on with my Dixie Belle spatula, then I'm going to come in with the other one, which I've wiped off. And you can see I've put tape at the sides because I'm going to make this is going to be a frame, and I'm going to frame it all with WoodUbend mouldings once I've done my raised stenciling. Again, just coming up here. Are we ready for the second reveal? No. Oh, I did that for some reason. Oh, I didn't put any mud on it, that's why. It does help if you put mud on your stencil. There we go. Ta-da! Grab cuts. So, the WoodUbend, I have pre-painted them purposely because I want these to be in black. These have been painted in Black Sands silk. That's a lovely charcoal colour. So I pre-painted my mouldings, and people ask me, can I pre-paint my mouldings? Yes, you can. Yes, you can pre-paint your mouldings, as long as you're using a flexible paint. Because if this was non-flexible now and I was warming it up and bending it, it would start cracking. So these have been on the griddle for the past 20 minutes. The griddle's not too hot because they're not that warm. So I'm going to start placing these on the surface. I'm going to warm it up really well now so you can see how bendable it becomes. Let's come around here a little bit. So that's nice and flexible now. Yeah, I'm now going to get my glue on the back. You must use any wood glue, a good quality wood glue. I'm just going to lay that round about there. Next up is TR46. And I'm just going to shape it, cut it and shape it before I adhere it to the surface. So when it's warm, it's very easy to cut with a Stanley knife. And you can see how easy this stuff is. You just squeeze it on. There's no, I don't need to decant it. I don't need to use a brush. Fabulous. So I'm just spreading that out. I'm going to warm that up very slightly. Come in, press it down, it's nice and malleable now. Just getting the glue off there. Always keep your trims in the coils, guys, because it retains the heat longer and it doesn't become unruly. Look at the way it's bringing that detail out. Absolutely fabulous. I wanted to show you when you've cut your WoodUbend mouldings, you're going to have areas like this here. So I'm going to show you how you can, because obviously I don't want that door sticking, okay? So I'm just going to shave that down ever so slightly. So the WoodUbend moulding is cold now, so I'm shaving it. Just like you would with wood. Has all the properties of wood, behaves in exactly the same way. And I've got a bit of a rough edge there. So I'm going to come in with a rad pad. I'm just going to sand that down. So when that door gets opened, it won't look out of place. being careful not to dig my brush into the nooks and crannies of the moulding, just trying to keep it on the high points so it kind of goes from one to the other. So I'm just taking more off my brush